arrived, so I just got a call from the driver. The vehicle that we won on Copart last week should be here in just a few minutes. Okay, so it's actually the next day. For whatever reason, the GoPro decided to just shut off and not come back on, even though it had nearly a full battery. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk around the truck and kind of show you what I can. So this is a 2005 F-250. It's got the 6.0 diesel in it. And as you can see, it is missing a few things. But overall, the truck's not in bad shape. It has a little more damage than I was expecting, and after going home last night and looking at some of the pictures from Copart from when they checked the truck in, some of this damage was actually done out at the yard. And the main thing I'm talking about is right here. This wheel well in the bed is bent up. And my guess is the exhaust, which we'll see on the other side, it's just kind of hanging free. My guess is the truck was set down on that exhaust and bent that up. So not too big of a deal. That's fixable. We have some goodies in the back here, of course. But for an old truck, overall it's in pretty good shape. Oh, and I've got the I got this tied to the van because I'm gonna, here in a few minutes, I'm gonna try to jack up that other corner over there that's on the ground and try to get at least up on blocks, and then try to get the wheel and tire on. For whatever reason, as you saw in the video of the driver delivering the vehicle, we could not get the wheel on. For whatever reason, it wouldn't go on, and I'm not sure why. So I'm going to attempt again to try to get the wheel on, because it should go on there. The wheels and tires are off a newer F1 or F250, but based upon my research, it doesn't matter. It should work. Because all the way from 1999 to 2021, they use the 8x170 lug pattern, so it should work. But overall, guys, the truck is, like I said, not bad shape. Didn't have any major body damage. The inside's pretty clean, except for the bud from sitting out at Copart and someone's coffee. It does have a cracked window, which I didn't see. But yeah, overall, guys, it's not in bad shape. It actually smells pretty good in here. So last night when I got home, I also pulled a Carfax on this. I want to thank Randy from Auto Action Rebuilds for supplying that link to where you can get a Carfax for $5. And that's a huge money saver, especially if you're buying cars all the time. So thank you again, Randy, for that link. And I see you're bidding on another Corvette, so I'm kind of excited to see that new video coming out. But anyway, back to the truck. The Carfax shows, which I kind of knew a little bit of this information just by googling the VIN number. This truck was offered for sale up at a used car lot up in Nebraska somewhere back in April of 2020, and of course it was detailed, it looked good, and I figured, okay, well, if I use car lot, which was a kind of looks like a bigger car lot, not just your inky dinky one, is offering this for sale, then it's probably been gone through and checked and should be running good. So with that only being back in April, I thought it was worth the risk, even though it looks like it does now, and bidding on it. And after getting the Carfax, it does confirm that. In fact, the Carfax shows that the truck was sold in July of 2020, and then it was registered and then inspected in Missouri in September, and then also in September is when it was reported stolen. So 2020 is kind of a bad year for this truck, but I think once we get the wheels on and just get it up and running, I think it'll be a good truck. But so before I lose daylight, I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting the hopefully get a wheel on over here, if not at least get it on blocks, and try to get this more sturdy, because it's not safe to even mess with. As you can see, I'll go in front of the truck. It's on a little bit of a hill. I should have put it in a different spot where it was more flat, but as you can see, I'm standing on level ground. It's not very level, so I want to get to work on this, and I will catch you in just a few minutes. Okay guys, so what I'm going to try to do is lift up on the corner of the frame here where the hitch ties into, and see if I can get this side lifted up. Again, we have the van holding on to that side of the car so it won't come this way. And wish me luck. Probably should have carried out a life insurance policy before doing this. All right, here we go. Let's go real slow here. Of course, I'm going to stand back. Let me put another sheet of wood down. It's got to be real thin because I don't have much room to go there. But I really want to get under the axle. There's no way to get under the axle. It's a pain in the butt. That way we don't have to jack it up so high. But, alright, I'm going to let it back down. I'm going to grab another piece of wood. Alright. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to pull higher here. Where are we at? Okay, let's pause. I'm going to look this over and think about this for a minute. So I've got the rotors off the ground, and I put some blocks under the shock mount. I think it's high enough to where I could take this, or that's supported now, where I could take this out, get underneath the pumpkin. Actually, maybe I'll scoop this up and get right under the axle and try to lift this up. I don't know, let's just let this down and see what happens. Let's see if we can get that under there. Maybe a start. Alright, I'm going to try something a little bit different, because I think I've got this jack about as high as it'll go without becoming an issue, because the bed's really starting to flex. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to try to raise the whole back end up. We'll real slow. Again, we do have the van attached to it, so it shouldn't move too much if it does. All right, I'm gonna shut the camera off, guys, for a minute and just kind of look and see what I'm gonna do next. Wow, the suspense. Oh, shit. Oh, this ground is cold. Didn't get on the pumpkin, but that's okay. We got it from over here. All right, I'm gonna go get a tire, and I'm gonna get this just off the ground enough where we get the tire on there, but not too high because those tires are heavy. Oh man, check out those apples. It fits. I say it should have. I don't know why we struggled on the front yesterday, but got one on. I'm gonna go ahead and get these lug nuts on here and tighten them down, and then we'll work on a different one. All right, rear driver wheels on, lug nuts are tightened. Already got the jack kind of in place where I think I'm gonna try, and let's go ahead and get this jacked up. And this is the wheel that we actually had an issue trying to get the tire on, so I don't know if there's a bent lug nut or what, or maybe we just didn't get it on at the right angle. Here we go. Van's still hooked up on the other side. Yeah, I might break that wood. How far do we have to go? Quite a ways. All right, I'm going to set her back down. The wood right there, it's too long, and it's hit that lower control arm. If I keep on going, I'm afraid it's going to snap, and then the truck will fall. Oh man. Is it up there enough? Maybe it's up far enough. I did notice one of the studs is a little messed up, but oh, that's close on this one. There, eat that. Holy smokies. All right, grab a few lug nuts. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see, but that lug right there, the threads are kind of messed up on it. So I'm not going to try to get a lug nut on there. We'll have to replace that stud. But all the rest of them went on. I had to get a little bit of leg muscle, but man, she's looking good. I can't wait to start building this truck now. All right, let me go ahead and get the stuff on the other side of the truck, and we'll start getting those two on. So we're going to do this one the exact same way that we just did the other one. That worked out pretty good. Alright, so we got one to go. So I guess we need to go ahead and unhook the van. Guess we're done with it. And this one should be pretty easy. Now we've got all the other three on there, so let's do it. I like it when it goes on easy. Why do I smell dog poop? Is there dog poop over here? Toby. Layla. Oh, there's dog poop over here. Yuck. Alright, we grab lug nuts. Alright guys, job is done. Got all four wheels and tires on this poor old 250. Now we still gotta obviously we got a lot of work to do. We gotta get this exhaust cut off there so we can move the vehicle. We're gonna have to tow it. I'm gonna try to tow it into the garage so that we can work on it, even if it's cold and snowy and whatever. But there it is, guys. What do you think? Of course, it's getting dark. But I love the style of these wheels. Usually I'm not a huge fan of chrome, but I think on a big red truck it looks really good. Or what does kc'sgarage say? Dang it. I can't forget what he says. I watch him all the time, but I forget what he says. Alright, so let's take a look at the inside. I can finally show you guys a little bit better. Wow, this is really high up. Definitely has a lift on it, I think. I don't think this is a stock ride height. It's got aftermarket shocks on there. So I'm sure it's got a kit of some kind. And when it's not so muddy out, we'll get underneath and take a look at the... hey, there's the other lug nut. Underneath parts. But... yeah, so we got a nice coffee to go with the truck. Actually, it smells like coffee in here now. Got some mud on the floor we gotta clean up, but we got nice leather seats. This is the Lariat trim. Besides the leather seats and the wood paneling, I'm not sure what else Lariat gives you besides, you know, over an XLT. In the back, of course, we got some more dirty carpet. There's a fuse box lid, and we got a bag of bolts down there. I'm not sure to what. And the headliner's actually clean. So like I said, this car, or truck I mean, this truck was recently sold at a dealership not that long ago, so it should be pretty clean, which is a big reason why I bought it, even though it has no key. So probably the next thing I'll do is call the dealership and see if Ford can get me a new key. Of course, it won't start, and I'll show you why here in a minute. There we go, fold up that seat. So it's got nice leather, very nice leather. So this truck has been well kept, except for its recent misfortune with someone stealing it. I can't remember, I told you the miles. Based upon the Carfax, it should have about 150 to 160,000 miles on it. But of course we won't know for sure until... Hey, the cup holders work. We won't know for sure until we actually get some power to it. And I looked under here the other day because this panel was off. Of course, I don't know how to steal a car, but I'm sure they did something here to steal it, because the ignition doesn't look like it's tampered with for once. I think this is my third theft recovery vehicle. The first was the BMW X5, and then the last one we did was the 2014 Fusion, which I still have both vehicles. But yeah, let me I'll go ahead and go around the front and pop the hood. Of course, it's already popped, I guess, but I'll show you the engine bay. All right, well, my GoPro's about to die, so I guess we'll make this quick, but the struts actually work on the hood, so that's cool. Get that off there. Broken piece of plastic or something. Yeah, so it's got the 6.0 diesel in it. There's a lot of mixed reviews on the interwebs about this engine, but you know, if you look at the Copart picture, this was real clean before it set at Copart, and it wasn't really there all that long, I don't think, before I bought it. But the biggest issue we have here is, you can see they did some work on the wiring. They cut out the harness there, that's the upper engine, and that goes all the way across over here, which when I went and looked at the truck, I did notice it was cut here. I did see this and this, but I didn't know they cut the main one over there. That comes over here, so they cut that, so the truck will definitely not start. They also, and instead of just yanking the headlights off, they actually cut the wires to it as well. So I don't know if it's part of the same harness, but it looks like it might be. I don't know, but we'll have to figure that out too, I guess. And of course, we have, I guess, fog lamps that has a broken wire as well. That's not so much a big of a deal. Let me get that back up here, get it off the ground. There we go. And then over here, this is one of the batteries. I don't know what they did. Not sure what they did here. So, because it's got another cable. It's almost like somebody, you know, it had, I don't know. Did it have a bad wire and then they just extended it out? I'm not really sure what they did here, but we'll have to buy 2 batteries, a wiring harness, maybe 2 wiring harnesses. Got the wheels and tires, and then a key. And I checked all the fluids. Everything looks good except for there is no coolant in this tank, so I'm a little concerned about that, but I don't know what that goes to. I've never worked on a diesel before, so this will be a new experience for me at least. And really, as long as the engine's good, which I almost 100% certain it should be, I don't think we'll have any problems, because like I said, this truck was just, not only was it sold just a few months back, about a year ago, well actually it was sold based on the Carfax in July, but it passed inspection in September of 2020. So we should be in pretty good shape. I'm kind of excited about this, and we should get some good content along the way. And yeah, but I need to go ahead and get out of here. It's starting to get late. I need to go get my daughter, and we'll come back out here. And I think the next thing is try to get it in this garage and start wrenching on it and see what we find out. So leave a comment, guys, what you think of the truck, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We've got a lot of random content on a lot of different type of vehicles, and you just never know what we'll be wrenching on. So hit the sub button, and we'll catch you guys next time.